What is going on YouTube? Only here, aka Julian Casas, and today we're going to be taking a look at the SH Figuarts Frieza 4th form from Dragon Ball Z. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and leave a comment down below what figure I should do next. Been seeing a lot of activity lately on the channel, and it's doing really great. I like that everyone is being really active and watching these videos and letting me know what they think of the video. So, without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the box art, front and back. Then we're going to go ahead and look at the accessories. We're going to take a look at their scale, paint details, and articulation, and compare them with other figures that I have. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and get my overall thoughts and review of the figure. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and continue with the review. So, here we have Frieza and his 4th form from Dragon Ball Z. Interesting enough, we also come with a halo here. We'll get into that later on. But right here, we have the QC seal of approval right here by Tamashii Nations. We have the Toei Animation sticker right here. Funimation, Dragon Ball Z, Tamashii Nations, and Bandai right here. The front of the box, as you can see, we have this open window of Frieza right here. Then you have the figure right here with his nice iconic little pose of him laughing with his hand on his hips. Turn to the side right here, you can see it says Frieza 4th form right here. Then we turn the box over to the back, and then we have the Frieza doing a one-hand attack in the air. Looks like he's defending himself. Then he has the 5-star Dragon Ball is what he comes with. It's the Purunga Ball, I believe. We have him doing like a one-finger attack, I believe, right here. Then we have him with the zoomed in, not zoomed in, but like in the back, you see a front photo of what's in the front of the box. Then we have him doing a zoomed in look on his face here. It shows that he has this great little high kick, so I can't wait to show that articulation off, and I hope it's real, unlike the Super Saiyan Vegeta. Tried to do that exact same high kick, it just broke off. Have him doing an uppercut charging right here in the air, and then if you have the Saiyan rays on Earth Goku, you can have him right here in the attack, which I do have right here to show his scaling later on in the video. Then you have the Bluefin and Bandai Namco stickers right here in the back. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get him out of the box. So here we have everything out of the box, and I gotta say, for a $35 figure, you're really getting a lot of value here. It's really pretty good, actually. I like what I'm seeing here so far. So it also has a first that I haven't seen, or yeah, I haven't seen on the channel. Interchangeable feet. Ain't that awesome? So you have his flat feet, and then you have a gripping sort of feet. I guess if you have like a rock, you can just have him posing on a rock. That's awesome. So yeah. Let's go ahead and do a breakdown of what all he includes. So, of course, he includes his tail, which is on, like, this little ball hinge right here that I can just plug in right here. You can see the little ball hinge right there. So you can go ahead and take that Frieza right here in the back. You can plug that right in right there. He might have a hard time standing on his own because how heavy his tail is, so you kind of want to get a stand for him. I do not have a stand right now for him, so I just have him balancing on the back on his box right there. Ooh, it's going to be hard to do his scaling later on. There you go. A little Dragon Ball. So yeah, go ahead and put his tail in. He also comes with these cross arms, which is really good, so I feel like it's going to be a little harder because it's smaller pegs and they look to be tight. So, as you saw on my other reviews, like the Piccolo and the Trunks and Vegeta, it's so easy to do them because how they have the pegs going out. Not a fan when it's like this. It seems like it's going to be a lot harder. Let me at least attempt. Would it be easier? You just do that. Pop that one off too. It seems like it might be a little... pretty much easy. Oh, his tail went off. So it's a little tricky, but it'll pretty much look like that, and it looks pretty good with his cross arms. You know, he looks menacing. He looks really pretty damn good. I like that with his cross arms. He looks pretty freaking cool. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take these cross arms off now. I don't want to risk anything else. I'll probably get another Frieza with a cross arm later on in the future. So yeah, he does come with cross arms. Go ahead and put the tail back. There we go. Alright, awesome. So he does come with cross arms, and he has these interchangeable feet, which is pretty cool, which is like gripping feet. So you could take these feet off. I believe it's like this weird peg. I think I'm gonna pull it down. I'm not sure. Maybe because it's a newer figure, it's going to be tighter. But I guess you get the idea. It's like this peg that's going inwards like this. And then you have to push this down, pull that out, and then bam, you're good to go. So yeah, that's for Frieza's feet. Oh, Jesus. It's got to be the most botched review I've done so far. So much background noise and then not me being able to do the feet stuff. Pause? Love that. Okay, so we got this out the way. Then he does come with 1, 2, 3 interchangeable heads. You have him doing this yelling, screaming face. It does look a little goofy right here. I don't know. There's a lot of spacage between his eyes. Then you have like this little grinning face right here. That looks pretty cool. And then, oh, and then of course, then you have his normal base head right here. Then he does come with a halo that you could plug into the top of his head, which I'll do later on. And then he comes with 1, 2, 3 pairs of interchangeable hands, and then 2 unique hands for, I believe it's his right hand. So he has these open palm, key blast, attack type hands. Then he has more of a relaxed type hand. He has like his hand on his hip right here. So he has like 2 of these, left and right. Of course, as always, they come standard with balled up fist hands for punching. Then he has like this little chuckle finger, like when he's laughing and he covers his mouth so he can like do that. There you go. And then of course he has his 1 finger blast so he can do that little power ball that he does and he throws it. And then lastly, he comes with the Porunga 5-star Dragon Ball. Now, if you want to complete these Dragon Ball sets, I believe you need what some of the Ginyu Force you can get. You can get the Doria, you can get Zarbon, which I do plan on doing reviews on those later on in the future. So stay tuned for those. And then you can complete all 7 Porunga Dragon Balls. So I believe what's interesting, I believe these 2 heads don't have any peg holes for the halo whatsoever. So these 2 don't. But this one does have the peg hole for the halo. So we're going to go ahead and take that halo. And it just pegs in right here in that hole. I don't know if you can see that. That little hole right there. Yeah, right there. So just go in just like so. There you go. Frieza with a halo. It's like the End of Z Majin Buu Saga type Frieza. There you go. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get all these stuff out of the way. Then we'll go ahead and get the paint detail and scaling. Alright, now that we have all that out the way, we can go ahead and take a look at the scaling. So, let's see how tall he is at the top of his head and then how tall he is with the halo. So, with the halo, we're looking at shy of about 5.5 inches, and you're looking at about 4, no, not even 5.5, my bad, 4.5 inches, and then you're looking at 4.25 inches at the top of his head right there. Looks pretty darn good. Actually, no, my bad. He looks to be 4 3/4 top of the halo, and then about 4.5 inches to the top of his head, and that in centimeters is going to be just about shy of 12 centimeters to the top of his head, and just barely touching 11 centimeters to the top of his head. Halo 12 and head is 11 centimeters. So we're going to go ahead and compare him with other figures. Here is the Black Series Luke Skywalker. Scales pretty darn good. Here he is next to Wicket from Return of the Jedi. Here he is next to Boba Fett prototype from The Empire Strikes Back. And then, of course, why have a Frieza without a Goku? Here is SH Figuarts Earth Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku. And as you can see, they can scale pretty good against each other. Works pretty well. Looks just like that manga cover where they're looking over at each other. So it looks pretty cool, Alright, now that we got that out of the way, we can go ahead and look at the paint and details on this guy. And I gotta say, again, for $35, they really went all out for this Frieza. He has great shading all over his skin. You can see in all my other videos where I'm like somewhat complaining about characters not having any skin shading. Look at this guy. He has like this blue tint all over. He has it on his back right here. You can see the shading. You can see the shading on his tail. You can see it in the crevices of his muscles, all right here. The face, too, has that bit of blue shading all over. Hold on, I got like a little black speckle right here. I can get that off later. This purple, this nice metallic purple sheen looks amazing. This yellow halo, you know, it's just a translucent halo. Ain't nothing much to talk about. But, you know, other than that, the shading all over is just superb. Probably the best color I've ever seen on a figure, like the amount of shading. Now, I could be wrong. There could be better ones out there. But this is probably the best looking figure I've seen, like aesthetically pleasing, like the shading and matte finish, and then that nice gloss to all his purple sheens. Looks amazing. Great craftsmanship when it comes to the painting. They did really well on this figure. For, again, only $35. You're getting this guy for $35. I'll put a link where you can get him. Comes with a Dragon Ball, comes with his tail, interchangeable feet, multiple hands, multiple heads, and a halo. It's amazing. This is a very great deal figure. Now, with articulation, you have this double ball peg at the neck. At the shoulders, you do have these butterfly joints, which are pretty unique. It's not like how Goku is. You see like this right here. You can go up and down all the way like that. He can go 360 all the way around with his arms a little stiff because he's new. Double jointed elbow. Ball peg at the wrist. For the waist, you do have 2 points of articulation, so he can go back like that, and he can go back even more, then he can go forward. You do have this right here. This is somewhat articulated for your crunches, this little chest plate right here. And go up about that much, and you can go in about that much, so that's pretty good. Like, let me see. If you can do that, there you go. You see that space? Bam, there you go. So that's articulated. When it comes to the legs, I feel like this might be some good set of legs. Yep, it is. He can do the splits pretty darn well. Look at that. Now let's see if he can do that high kick just like in that photo. And I believe he can. Look at that high kick. He can really pull off some awesome attacks. Look at that. Pretty darn good. But the thing is, you would have to pull this down just like that. It's like a Dragon Stars type leg. Like, you know those Dragon Stars figures? Like, yeah, look at that. Like these 2 peg joints right there, rather than like I think it's a version 1 body. That's what these legs are. It's version 1 body legs. And then you have double jointed knees right here. Then you have like this unique ball peg at the ankle that of course has very good ankle rocking mobility right here. Look at that. Great ankle rocking. And then for the back of the tail, he does have an articulated tail, which is just 1 ball peg that plugs in, and that's about it. There you go. So yeah, that's going to be it for the articulation and all that good stuff. Now, my overview of the figure. It's a great figure. I like it. I give this a solid 10 out of 10. It's a really great figure. I don't see anything wrong with the version 1 Frieza. This is probably the perfect version 1 body they've ever done on any of the SH figures. And guess what? They just brought it back for this Frieza, and it's still perfect. It's the best thing they ever done for this Frieza, at least for 4th form. It looks amazing. It's the greatest version 1 they've ever done, and I'm glad they're sticking to it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know? It's probably one of the greatest value you can get out of this Frieza too. If you don't want to waste your money trying to get the other one that does come with a rock, that's the only difference, I believe. That one comes with a rock, and that one's shooting for way over maybe 60 to 70. Just get you this Frieza. This Frieza is fucking perfect. Sorry about my language, but this is a beautiful figure. Like, there's nothing wrong with this figure. This is a great figure if you want it. Sure, you're missing a rock, but $35, you're getting all that, but except for a rock. Would you rather spend $60 just for a piece of rock, or would you just do it without the rock and you're paying less than half of what it's worth, you know? So yeah, I do suggest if you want a starter figure and you want a villain, get this Frieza. I will leave a link down below where you can get it. Mostly Amazon, Target, or maybe Walmart, but mostly going to be Target or Amazon. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. This has been SH Figuarts Final Form Frieza by Tamashii Nations, Bandai Namco, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. This has been Only signing out. Peace.